Hi, my name is Blessing and welcome to Rebrand Smartly with Blessing. Today we'll be learning about Trello, a tool that makes work and personal tasks easier to manage. Okay, now, Trello, what is Trello? Trello is a visual project management tool. It helps you organize your tasks and projects in a simple way using three methods: the boards, the list, and the cards. Now, the boards, this represents projects with big tasks you want to manage. And the list, this shows the stages or categories of your work. For example, to-do list, in progress, done. That's the list. Why the cards? These are the actual tasks or items you need to work on. You can move them between lists as you make progress. Now, with Trello, you can also assign tasks to different people, add deadlines and reminders, attach files, notes and links, collaborate with others in real time. In simple terms, Trello is like a digital notice board that allows you to plan, track, and complete tasks more effectively. Whether you're working alone or you're with a team, Trello gives you that comfort and ability to work so that you can achieve your tasks or your project aim. All right, let's get into practical.
First thing to do is go to your browser, type trello.com. Open Trello. Let's sign up to your email. Okay, now this is they're asking us what brings you here, as in what do you want to use Trello for? Organize ideas and work, track personal tracks and to-do lists, manage team projects, create and automate your team workflow. So you choose what you want to use Trello for. So let's keep this for now. Welcome to Trello. Meet your inbox. Continue. 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 Click on this, go through the guide and go through it and practice. You practice and get to know how you can click on it. The illustration of how you use Trello, use the platform is already displayed here, so you can go through it and practice. So first of all, let's archive this. We don't really need this for now. So we've archived that. Then first thing, let's change our board, the board color. Come here. Let's change the background of the board. You can use either want to use photos or we use pictures. Let's use this. See, either we use this or this. I think this is better. So now, first things first, we can start with if you want to start your tax for the day, we start from a new tax, ongoing tax, and let me do more of explaining here. Now we've archived that and we've changed our board color. So what's next? Let's say you're asked to assign a task to the maintenance department. Let's say you're working with a transport company and you're asked to assign a task to a maintenance department to ensure some certain parts are being sent to maybe a particular terminal before on or before a particular date. So this is how you do it. By the time it, oh sorry, let's use this as new tags. Ongoing tags. Approved tags. Completed tags. Okay, now. So now you arrange your board like this. These are completed tags. At least. Okay, now we arrange our board like this. A new tax and ongoing tax. When you have a new tax, the new tax will be under this card. Then while the tax is ongoing, it will be under this tax. Once the tax has been approved, probably by the management, it will be under here. And once the tax is complete, it will come under here. I believe you're getting what I'm trying to say. Now, we've gotten a new tax. Let's create the new tax. Let's see. The maintenance team is to ensure that the maintenance team is to ensure that the recent received parts should be ready for transportation to the assigned terminal on or before 28th of September. So now this is the task that you've assigned to the maintenance team. Now, if you want to, let's say this tax is it's an urgent tax. We'll come here. Let's give it red color. Create a label for it and input red. Then we can add the date, which was written there on or before on the 28th. That should be the deadline, the due dates. You add the dates. So you can also add a reminder. Maybe you can put a day reminder for the maintenance team. You can give them 1 day reminder so they would remember, or you can give them maybe 5 minutes before the due date, 1 hour before, 2 hours before, 2 days before the due date. Let's give them 1 day reminder, then save. Also, if you want to add some members, let's say you want to add, you want to tag the let's say the maintenance manager, the manager in charge of the maintenance, or maybe the person, the inventory person in charge of the inventory. So let's say you want to tag the person. Automatically there you can add their, let's say, let me tag this. So probably I am in charge of this task, or maybe I am the assistant or something. So you tag a member if you want to. If it's necessary for you to tag a member, tag a member. So they will receive the reminder. If you have an attachment file to add, maybe there's one file or link that you want to add to it, you add it. If you want to add a file, you choose file from here, then you add. If you want to add any file, let's say we're adding a file, choose a file from here. You've added that file. Probably that file contains the list of parts you're sending from the list of parts the maintenance department, the maintenance team are supposed to send to the particular terminal. So now we've assigned the tags. If you want to add a location, you can add the location. So now we've assigned these tags to the maintenance team. So now let's go back. As you can see now, it's urgent. This thing, it's urgent. This tax is urgent. Then if you, as well, you can also want to add another tax. Let's say for that day, you have as much tax you want to add. This is the tax number 1. Anybody that comes to this board now, like your fellow colleagues that comes to this board, the first tax at the top there, that's the first tax they'll attend to. So once they come and they see this tax, it will be moved. If the person, once they start working on the tax, they will move it from here to ongoing. But let's leave it here first. Let's add another tax. So let's say a new tax. Now let's say all terminal managers are required let's say you also asked to assign tasks to all the terminals managers of that particular company you're working with, or your client's company. So you have to assign tasks to all the terminal managers. So you go there, all terminal managers are required to submit a digital report regarding last week sales, regarding the digital report regarding last week sales. So now we've added a tax. So this tax is not that let's say this tax now, it's not, let's say the tax is not that, it's not an urgent tax. So we can come here, add a label. Maybe we'll give it a calm color. We'll give it cool blue color. If you also want to change members, open members, you want to change members or change the color or edit the dates, copy card, copy the link and all that. So now we've gotten a tax, another tax here for the terminal manager. So whenever the tax is completed, that is when they'll click this button. But this is what I'm trying to say. Now, new tax, whoever comes to the board will move it to ongoing tax. So once the tax is ongoing, maybe the tax needs an approval and a message has been sent to the management team and all that. Once the management comes to this board and sees that this tax is being, as they've started working on this tax and they want to approve it, they'll move it from ongoing and move it to approved tax. So while the maintenance team are working on it, so now it's approved now that they can go ahead and work on it. Why? Once they are done with the tax, they'll move it from here to complete tax and click on it. So the tax has been completed. So now that they've completed this tax, I don't know if you're getting my explanation because I'm trying to break it down as simple as I can break it down. So now this is also a new tax. The same method we use from here, we can move it to ongoing tax. So once they are done with ongoing, they're waiting for approval. Once the tax has been approved, you move it to approved tax. Once it's completed, you move it to completed tax. you move it to completed tasks. And that's how you create your tasks on Trello board. Now, let's say there's a particular task that happens once a week. It happens continuously every week, every week. You're supposed to do that every week. Then you come and you add it. Probably there have to be a general meeting, or maybe you have to be let's see, a group, let's just say general meeting. So you come here and that general meeting holds on Wednesday. You click Wednesday. General meeting. So now this is our general meeting. Then you can either enter the link if you're having the meeting through Microsoft Team or Google Meet. You input the link, and you can also, you can input the link, and you can also add maybe you say failure to attend the general meeting attracts fines and query. And let's say you want to add the time of the meeting. So we can also always add time. Or you say it is mandatory for all staffs to be at the meeting let's say by 9 a.m. Now we've added a card. We've added this, and this. So now this is the basic way of how to use a Trello board.
I'm glad you stayed to the end, and I believe you must have gotten knowledge on how to create your Trello board. All right, if you found this helpful, kindly subscribe, click like, drop a comment, and turn on your notification bell, because in our next class, I'll be giving you tips on how to use HubSpot. All right, thank you.